Oh my gosh. And I'm also going to be going live on my Facebook page where I'm a lot more comfortable. So I'm hoping if I'm crooked on Instagram, when I get off, I'll double check and I'll just delete it. But I thought I would try it and see because I've got my phone going this way. And someone just said something and I don't have my glasses right here. But anyway, so we're just gonna go for it. I have been begging my husband, hi Facebook, hi Instagram. My name is Tammy Neff. On Instagram, I am Tammy Loves Vintage. And on Facebook, I am just plain old Tammy Loves. And I have been begging my husband to let me paint my mantle forever. And he finally, night before last, said, fine, go ahead and paint it. It'll probably look better anyway. Neither one of us like this mantle. We kind of wish it was more rustic looking, but have never gone to the trouble of getting one. So I didn't paint it yesterday. I thought I would get up first thing in the morning and start painting away, but I couldn't decide. Do I want to go with the white shiplap look that I have beside? Let's see, how can I don't know. There, you can kind of see above my TV. And then on the sidewalls, though, I have a cream color. You can maybe tell in that corner right there. So yeah, you can definitely tell on Facebook. I think Instagram should show that. So I have a tan or a beigey creamy color, and I have a white. So I have been toying with what to do, and I've decided how I'm going to handle it. Instead of plain paint, which I'm using our Country Chic chalk-based paint, which you all know I love and adore, and I actually sell. So if you need any paint, I've been doing some deals here. I'm putting a darker color, and this one's called Tammy Loves Beige because I was allowed to create my own color. So I have a Tammy Loves Beige and I have a white. It's called Simplicity. So I just am dipping half of my brush. I got my light really bright, but one side into the white Simplicity and one side into the Tammy Loves Beige, and then I'm tapping it together. And then I'm going to take it to the mantle. Make sure you guys can all see. I'm not looking at comments, but I will when I'm all done, you guys, because I want to keep it moving. There's not a whole lot here to do anyway. And so I'm using a chip brush, and look, it's a tattered, frayed out chip brush, okay? And I'm just tapping. I'm not brushing your typical left to right. I'm tapping, okay? And so what it's doing is stirring that beige and the white together at the same time. So I'll have highs and lows, was what a painter would say, but you would have dark and light. And so I think it's going to turn out really good. I'm going to give it a second coat because I feel like I'll be able to see through it. It's really covering really well, but I feel like I'll be able to see through it just a snap. And so if I don't like the multicolor, which you guys might not be able to tell until it's actually dry, get that bottom edge there. But I love this technique. Now I did it up on the top. Oops, to make sure I'm not splattering here. I did it up on the top, and it looks like marble actually. So, and I know you guys can't tell. You guys can't tell at all. Yeah, Facebook might be able to tell a little bit. So if I went in just with the straight white, yeah, I can't even tell really because of the shadow. But I'm sure when it dries, because I did a little practice on the sides. I did a plain paint on one side, and then I did this on the other side, and I really liked the mix because I have a mix in my house, number one. Number two, you would think that I probably would want to go with the more white color because of the pure white Sherwin-Williams color I used on the faux shiplap because I painted my shiplap. It's not real. I painted it on a Facebook Live. And so it's just drywall, and I drew lines and painted it. So you can check Tammy Loves on Facebook if you want to catch that. I just did it, the end of April, I think. So you wouldn't have to look back too far. But anyway, yeah, I like the idea because, where was I going? Because the brick is so dark and the pure white Sherwin-Williams color is so white, I felt like this treatment will kind of give it a mix of both. So that's why I chose to do this. So I'm just kind of mixing it as I go. and it'll level out, and I can just give it a quick, actually all I did was wipe the mantle and dust it off the top with a wet rag right here, and started right in. I didn't even sand it. With chalk paint, you really don't have to do a whole lot of prep work. If it were a table top or chairs or something like that, I would give it a little bit more, but no, this will never be touched. I'll probably put I think I'm gonna do some waxing, some antique waxing in the grooves because I have so many grooves, and that'll give it a little more dimension, a little more depth and interest. And then if I need to dirty it up a little bit, I can. But I feel like already it looks so much lighter than the bricks that I think I'm going to be happy that I didn't go stark white. I really think I'm gonna like it this way. So I was torn. I was so torn. I had to take a day to, number one, swallow the fact that my husband said it's okay to do, because that's huge. I've only lived here for 15 years and have hated it. So he was I about fell over the other night when he says, well, just do it. Why don't you just do it? I'm like, really? Because typically I would just do it, but you hate to, make him too angry at you. You can't, it's his house too, right? If he doesn't want it, then I hate to change everything the way I want it. So he was a really awesome sport, and I figured I'd wait until he went to work one day and I would tackle this so that the mess wouldn't be out when he was home. Because I have, how full I keep my mantle, so it's all down here ready to be redressed as soon as this all dries. But yeah, so it's moving along really quickly. Hopefully I'm still in the camera, but this is such a fun way of painting, and it adds a little interest other than just a plain, oops, I'm dripping, just a plain old paint job. So again, I have there you go, you can tell I have a dark on one side and a light on the other, and I am just mixing the two with my brush, dipping into the dark, dipping into the light, and then kind of playing with it in the middle. And I am almost to the end here, and I'm going to let it sit and dry and smooth itself out and do all the things it needs to do to itself to be ready for me to come back and tackle another coat, which it almost looks like I don't even need another coat. I mean, I really wouldn't even have to, but I think just because I know I didn't, it's going to bug me. So I'll probably go ahead and do a second coat just because I know I did. So anyway, that's all really I have to show you guys. You can really, on Facebook, where is it? You're right in here. You can really see the two tones. I'm not sure Instagram's picking that up. I'm on my phone up here, and I'm on my iPad down here. I have like a double, what do they call it? A double, not an easel, but a tripod, I guess. So yeah, so that's all I have. That's all I'm doing. And as soon as it's done, I'm just gonna let it dry. I'll snap some pictures to post. So be watching on Instagram. I'll be posting this in my highlights, and then I'll be posting the finished, and then if I do the dark wax or whatever. Yeah, I'll be posting all the process. So hope you guys like this. I'm gonna say goodbye to Instagram. Since I'm new, I don't want to go too awful long. How do I even get off of? Oh, there, end. So I'll stay here on Facebook for a little bit because you guys are all my friends. So Instagram, I'm new. They're like, who is this chick, right? So bye-bye, Instagram. Okay, it's just us. That was good, right? I don't know. You guys know I'm trying to mess with my Instagram. Let's see, it's asking me things. Share to story, sure. That's the whole, yeah. Okay, so done. So now, yeah, you guys can really see, and I'm seeing some messages here. So I'm done. So if any of you guys are like, what else is she gonna do? This is all I'm doing. Let me go back through and make sure there's no questions though. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you so much. Let's see. Oh, you like it, Amy? Woohoo! I know, yay, because I'm allowed to do it, right? That's why you're saying that. Aw, thanks, Jen. I've been so busy. I just don't ever know what you guys want to see. I don't know. It's just weird coming going live, but sometimes I'm doing cool things, so I like to share. Yesterday I was out and about. I got to do pick up some flowers at the flower places, and I measured a job, and I picked up some antique things from a gal who her mother is selling their house, and she had some stuff that she was selling, so I was able to buy some of that stuff. And it was just a nice day to be out and about. So weird to wear a mask though. I only had to wear one place because everybody had them on. I had it in my purse. But yeah, so I did. Thanks, Jen. I'm just so happy that I get to do it. You wish you had a fireplace. Well, there you go. I know. He has been so no in the past. You're right, Kathy. Absolutely. Brave. I think it looks good though. I think it's going to be really nice. And when I get all my warm things back on and draping the greenery over and all that, we were just tired of the oak. So yes, he said yes, Linda. I know. It's so freaking awesome. Thanks, Kathy, for sharing. Yes, Linda, he said do it, and I did. I thought I'm not letting this one sit very long. I just needed to decide how I wanted to paint it, but you guys can see the little bit of action in it, and as it dries and the colors separate, the darks will get a little darker, and I think you'll really be able to see. Oh, Linda's having trouble. Thanks, Debbie Graham. I think it's going to look beautiful. Did you get this color? Jen, I don't remember what colors you purchased for me. You'll have to check. But it's actually, Country Chic Paint had a color called Eggnog, and they were discontinuing it, and I loved it. So, because I loved mixing it with white to get that perfect kind of cream color. I love to do exactly this with it. I'm going to be painting some furniture, some other furniture. I've already painted 2 pieces, pretty much the same technique. I just love it. It's more interesting than plain paint, a little more maybe rustic feeling. But I'm using Country Chic Paint, Donna. But Jen, yes, so the color is Eggnog, and then I had them recreate the same color in a color called Tammy Loves Beige. So, because I loved it. But yeah, Donna, it's Country Chic Paint. I carried it at my shop. I have a ton of inventory left, so I have like all of the colors, like purples and yellows and pinks and blues and grays and all of the colors. I'm discounting all of those colors. I've decided that all of my creams, whites, beiges, and black, I'm not going to discount anymore because I have to order it, and I don't know without having the store that I'll be able to have my quantity orders up where I need to be to continue to be a distributor for them. So since I'm going online now, so I want to move out my colors. So if anybody needs colors, if you do any artwork, you love chalk-based paints, it's really good stuff. You love the color, Alice. Thank you. The waxes, Linda, I have to look. I hate to say, I wish I knew. I wish I had one right here in front of me. And I know I'm really low on the clear wax, on the natural wax. I have a ton of antiquing wax, gold wax, white wax, pearl wax. I have all the colors, but the natural I'm getting really low on. Hi, Deborah. Let's see. Any other questions? So anybody on here doesn't want to listen to me ramble, just jump off because I'm done. I'm just doing the same thing I've already done. So just the girls have been with me, like to, hang out. So we're hanging. Thanks, Kathy. Jen, you want to see all the things. You're sick of the little crafts. I do different things. Yeah, I know, and I love the crafts, but I try to keep most of the crafts in my crafting group. It's called Tammy Loves Vintage Treasures, or Tammy Loves Vintage Treasures, I'm sorry. And we just put a link this morning at the top of our page, and so many of you have asked to join, but it's really a membership. It's a paid membership. It's $15 a month. And I do that because I go out and source a lot of products and spend a lot of time trying to figure out what I'm going to do. And so I do a lot of that in our private little group, which I love. It's a very small group. I just love it over there. And the girls are all kind of chatting without me sometimes. So it's an awesome group, but it is a paid group. So any of you, just by the way, that have asked to join, just know that that's why I've not let you in. I have to see the email come through for the $15 and then you're in. So, okay. Let's see. So yes, Jen, I do have things lined up for here that won't be in my group, but yeah, if you want to see all that, it's more over there. But I do show you guys when we're finished. I've got several projects I've gotten finished that I need to show you guys. I just haven't taken the time to do it. You want to do your kitchen? Yes, you could do this on walls. Okay, you guys saw me do my wallpaper tile. This would be such a great treatment to do on tile because it looks like tile. It looks like marble. If you put a high gloss or a gloss shine over this, it really has a marbled look. So when we paint fireplace hearths, people that have slate or whatever, tile, maybe some tile in it. I don't do like a main floor. I just don't trust painting tile to walk on every day. But like if you have a back door or something that you don't use very often and it's tiled, we've painted many of those. I just worry about people coming in with wet on their boots and leaving them lay, and then that water lays there forever. It might pull the paint up, but I don't know. We do fireplaces a lot, and I do this treatment on the tile work. So what you would do if your tile's really close like mine on my kitchen, you just prime it, you clean it. You want to scratch it a little bit with a sanding block, like a medium grit sanding block, and then that gives it a little bit of scratchy, microscopic scratchy, and then you want to prime it with an all-purpose primer, multi-purpose, like a 123 or Sherwin-Williams, I think it's called multi-purpose, and then let that dry, and then you do this exactly right over it, and then you can seal it if you want to. If you love it how it is, you don't have to. But because it's all in, it's not what you put on top as much as it is what you do to prep it. So that's the thing. Prepping your tiles and getting them ready is the main thing. But when you're painting wood, you just go for it. Unless it's really old, it could have some bleed through, so you need to use a shellac or something like that. This is an old wood, so I didn't have to worry about that. And typically, I just paint the piece. It needs a coat anyway. You know, you have to do a couple coats. So even if I think it might bleed through, I go ahead and paint it because it doesn't always bleed everywhere. And so I kind of, you know, that's the professional way, is to shellac the whole thing, and, you know, but I like to see, because what if I went to all that trouble and I didn't have to and it wasn't going to bleed anyway? So, oh, you do love the gray, Linda? Great. You bought several grays. I'm thinking you were the one that bought more than one. I don't know. I get you guys all confused. Thank you, Dee Dee. Can you believe he let me do it? You need some pale colors? Okay, Jen, I've got all kinds of samples I can show you pictures of, and then I can send you some more. And I have, oh, and you want blue chalk paint, Diane? I've got several shades of blue, so I will, as soon as I'm done here, I'll finish this up, and then while this is drying, I'll go answer you guys' comments. Even though I'm answering them now, I'll still answer them again on here, so you can refer back. You want a navy blue? Okay, I'll see what I've got. I think it's called Midnight Blue. There's a beautiful one that goes well with it called Summer Blueberries that I love. It's maybe more of what you might call a country blue. It's a little bit softer. It's a pretty one too, but it wouldn't be navy. I would call Midnight Blue what you're after. The site is open, Jessie. It's called TammyLoves.com. Just know I'm under construction big time. I had a store, and I had them make my website so that it was happy. I didn't want people to feel like it would be too expensive to come in, so I wanted it to be more of a happy reflection on the shop. But, you know, me and my soul in my home, and my passion's more about vintage, so we're going to be shifting the website to be more vintage to reflect me, because now, used to be I was fine with it, but now when I get in there, it's like, but that's not who I am. That's not it. It's just not right. It's just not right. So Danita is working on changing things over for me. I've been firing so much at her. She's been putting things online. She's got a bunch of necklaces to be putting on that are all like handmade and one of a kinds. And then I just recently ordered a big, huge, I hope I did the right thing, but I ordered from a wholesale company called Sullivan's, and they have really nice quality greenery. I know I tell you guys, get all your florals. Hobby Lobby they're really good on their florals, I think. You can find other things at Joann's, and you know, all of the places have different things, but the quality of the greens that I find out shopping at these box stores is just not what I bring home. So there's a couple of kinds. There's a couple of things I've shown you before. This is like the only green I buy at Hobby Lobby. So I do get some things. Yeah, and I guess I have to wait on them to reopen to be 100% sure what all. But I'm bringing in my own greens because I know you guys have been wanting to kind of do what I'm doing. And then I'm maybe going to add in some decor pieces so that I can show you a vignette, and then you can shop it, because so many of you are like, well, where do I get that, or I can't get that, or do you have any extra, or whatever. So anyway, oh, Alice. Jesse, I took a long time to answer your question in a roundabout way. Yes, TammyLoves.com. And there's Alice saying she likes my hair. How sweet. I just washed it this morning. Must be. Oh, Taylor. Hi, Taylor. Thank you, honey. Thanks for watching with your grandma. That's so sweet. Yes, I send supplies. I've got paintbrushes. I have the stir sticks. I have all of the crafting supplies. So many of you have ordered vintage things to make your own little crafts like I make on my page. I'm always happy to send you guys that. I've got a lead on a bunch of old paper, especially sheet music, coming. Couple weeks for sure more. It was an estate purchase, so I have to wait on everything to go through probate and all of that before I can get it. But I went in and I made a big pile for myself. So that was exciting. So I'm hoping it all goes through. And yeah, you painted yours black? Dang, I thought about that, Carolyn. I really, really did. But I accent in black because I love black accents. So I do accent in black. I thought about it, but I'm more trying to brighten up than warm up, I guess. I feel like the bricks are so warm, but oh, how rich that would be. And if I don't love this, I could absolutely do that, and I might. So, yes, I have teal. Yes, several teals, actually. There's like a happy teal, and then there's a more grayed out sort of teal. So I'll send you guys, I'll message you through Messenger. If you're on Messenger, be watching, and I'll pull some of the little like sample chips that we painted, or I can open them and actually do a video with you and show you what it looks like. But I think you'll be able to tell from the sticks. It is a pretty long mantle. I don't know. Maybe 5 foot, maybe. I love doing the mantles though. When clients call me to come and do their mantles, I just can't hardly get out of my driveway fast enough. It's so exciting. So Becky, I'm painting my mantle. I finished. You'll have to watch the replay, but I'm showing a different paint technique than just painting. And I'm using 2 colors, and a white and a beige. The beige is called Eggnog, or I've renamed it Tammy Loves Beige because I love this color, and white. I'm sorry it's so dark. It's another rainy day in Ohio, so it's just awful. You love all the vintage, Deborah. Well, you found the right place to follow, because I will not only show you all my stuff, but I'll share with you other people's things as well. You need florals and greens? Good, Jen. I didn't buy florals so much because, like I said, you can get them from Hobby Lobby and you can't beat that discount, but I did go crazy on the greens, so I'm excited. Yes. Oh, Mom. That's my mom, Nancy Brewer. That's my mom. She's happy, and Randy said yes. You're right. You know how long I've been waiting, Mom. Vintage is your middle name. Oh, Kathy, I'm so glad you're with me, girl. Hobby Lobby has wonderful florals, Linda. I agree. And when people ask me to do wreaths and things for them, that's where I go for all my florals. But my greens, it's tough. I feel like I struggle with the greens a lot, so I've got my own greens. I've kind of done a little bit of researching on the greens. Some of these that I've been ordering, are plastic, and you think, oh, I don't really want plastic, but plastic, when they do the mold work, they can get a lot more detail in the plastic, and that's what makes it look so real. So I'm like, oh, well, okay, then I'm good with that. so pass that along. It's okay. For the group, do you send the supplies? No, well, we've done a few little, like at Christmas time, we had 3 projects. And so I sent, like, if they wanted in on that, I gave them the chance to do it, and then we did it together in the group. But you really don't need inspiration to use what you have. Oh shoot, there went my internet. I hope that hasn't been doing that the whole time. But yeah, and then we are working on a couple of things, maybe 3 things in the future. My friend Beth's kind of jumping in and out, helping me a little bit, and she had an idea about putting some things together. So in the future, we will continue to do that, but I don't do it very often. It's been since Christmas. Your granddaughter said that's how sweet. Joni, yes, hello to everyone. You want to paint your fireplace and cabinets? Oh, okay. Message me, Jesse, and I'll give you the spiel on the spiel on what to do. I've done it so many times on lives. If you go, I'm on YouTube, you can go there and look for painted cabinets, or if you want to scroll back through my videos here, you can find painted cabinets, and I tell you what to do and how to, it's really not hard. It's really not, I promise you. Oh, Penny, you're so sweet. You have a lot of red. I know, Linda. This week's going to be cold. I went out shopping and bought all my flowers yesterday. Well, most of them, and I set them outside. And last night I went and drug them all into the garage. I was hoping for another. We had a beautiful day yesterday. It was just a great day to be out and about. So let me get back. Anybody that might have joined late, I'm painting my mantle. My husband said yes, and I'm taking full advantage of it. Yes, I am. So maybe, this table's kind of wobbly. I better not move it. But so I'm doing a white, you can barely see, but I'm doing a white and a cream. I got some lumps and bumps in there, so I'm trying to avoid those. I have a cream color called Tammy Loves Beige with Chalk Couture, or Country Chic paint, and Chalk Couture is a whole nother thing. And then, so I dip a little bit on one side, a little bit on the other side, blot them together just a bit, and then I go straight in and just start pouncing. I'm not brushing left to right. I'm dapping like this. Tap, tapping, tapping, tapping. And what it's doing, it stirs those colors on my mantle as I'm applying it. It just stirs them together, and it kind of makes a marbly sort of look. And I'm repeating myself, so those of you, again, that have already watched this, I'm really done. I'm just chatting now. It's lonely here by myself, right? But I couldn't decide if I wanted to go white, like the shiplap that I painted on either side, or if I wanted to go the cream, which are on my sidewalls. So I'm mixing the two. Number one, because my bricks were so dark, I felt like maybe I needed to stay a little warmer, and that the white might just look sore thumbish. Like, where did that come from? Like, why is that? Like, I just don't have a whole lot of white. I think true white, I have a vase. There's a doorknob in the top of a bottle. And that's about, that little canvas sign, and that's all I had up here that was white. So I feel like I needed this warmer shade in here. It's called Eggnog, but they discontinued it, so I had them remake it and name it Tammy Loves Beige. Oops. So as soon as it's all dry, I'm going to go back. I think I'm going to go ahead and give it a second coat, even though it doesn't need it, because number one, this is kind of fun to do. Number two, I can be sure that there's no thin spots anywhere that I'll find later and be mad that I didn't second coat. And then I'm going to wax it, and I'm going to put some dark wax, some antiquing wax, in all of the cracks and crevices. Because there's so many grooves and things, so it'll really, like right now it kind of just looks, I mean, you can probably see this one right here the best, but there's one, two, three, there's several ridges. So I think what I want to do is do a dark wax to really pop all that. So anyway, mantle today, Mary Kay, she knows me so well. My husband won't let me paint my cabinets. I never thought about that, Mary Kay. Ooh, I better not push yet. You're right, tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. Oh, I wish you lived close too, Kathy. Yeah, I always love having new friends. So yes, kitchen cabinet, that's so funny. So anyway, there you go, guys. Let me jump up here. See, yeah, the top's drying. I got you on my big, you're on my big, I was going to take you up and show you, see if you guys could tell. I have you on my iPad, so I'm not used to doing video on iPad. But here, let me see. Yeah, there. See all the movement and motion? So how cool is that, like on a tabletop? Now, I just did it really fast to get the color on there. That's not my final coat or my final finish by any means. You can see through it just a bit. See that? See the really dark coming through? So, oh, you want to repaint your grandmother, or your grandmother's hutch. Do it with your fireplace, see if I can look good. Yes, and you know, it will, with teal and white. Yeah, okay, Kathy, I'll hook you up for sure. The thing is, then if you're doing a cabinet, like you could paint the doors and drawers the solid if you wanted to do that. Let me see, I'll put you back in here so I'm not wiggling you so bad. There, sorry. yeah, but you could paint like the trim around the doors in the solid, or, you know, you just play with it and see what you like. It's just paint. You can't mess it up, you guys. If I didn't like this, I was going to paint it. I just needed to, and I thought this will give me a medium color, so I would decide, and I can already tell you right now, if I didn't like this, which I think I do, I would go with the cream color on the sides. I love it with the brick. It really matches the color that's sort of in the brick now. And yeah, I don't think I would do white at all. The things that I put on are too creamy and vintage looking. So anyway, I guess my point was to you, Kathy, is that you could do this and then get a feel for the whole thing. And it was like too much action. The more you play, let me give you a little tip for it. This is just for Kathy. You guys can jump off. When you play with it more, it meshes together, it stirs together, and you get one color. So if you do it and then it dries and you stand back, it's like, whoa, it's really busy, which I want to warn you, if you get your colors too far apart, like if you were the one that said I want a navy blue and you're thinking white, those are so far apart, you're going to have really dark spots and really white spots. So your middle, you might want to go a little closer together. I think I saw where you said teal and white. That would be better. You might not have been the navy blue gal, but yeah, so you want your colors to be really close together, just like a couple shades apart. So that's a tip for you. Anyway, I love painting like this. So that's all I have. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Oh, there's more questions. Let's see. Oh, and Miss Mary. Let's see. I made a new. Oh, but I'm backwards. Let me see if I can flip this around. Mary, you just reminded me. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. Okay, get ready. I'm gonna flip it. Okay, that's always so weird how it does that. Then I made a new little sign. If you wouldn't mind showing your friends how cool you are by following someone that did something that's awesome. I'm just kidding. Thanks, Deborah. You want some teal paint? Okay, Tina. Yes, I've sent you stuff before. So yes, absolutely. Thank you, Vonnie. I always love, I can read Vonnie's from clearback. Like I don't have to get in and squint and all this stuff. I love when she, I love that. You saw I didn't have my glasses on. Thanks, Deborah. Okay, guys, I think that's all. I'm going to go. Thank you. Thank you so much for sprinkling. I appreciate that. I had fun making this little sign. I just did it. I made 4 of them so they would all look a little different. And yeah, well, I don't know. Stupid, I know. I'm really bored. I'm really bored. That's it. So, hi, Lisa. I'm leaving. I've been on for a while. So thank you, Penny. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You guys just, when you sprinkle, it just brings new people to me. And I love that, and I think they, the ones that like this sort of thing, the vintagey sort of stuff, I think they always appreciate that too. So you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. I'll be posting pictures. I may come live when I do the waxing part just to show you, but I'll sit down now while it's drying and answer your comments here. You guys know I always do that. And then I'll pull some paint colors for you, those of you that are interested. So, talk to you later. Bye. Can you believe I got to do this? I just can't hardly believe it. So fun. Bye.